Welcome to this week's edition of the Week in Triathlon. Let's roll that intro and get stuck into this week's news. First item of news for the week is that STRAVA have released a detailed report on women's cycling in the UK. And around 2/3 of the cyclists in the UK, of the female cyclists in the UK, should I say, have been riding for less than 5 years. So in other words, they are relative newcomers. The average speed of the riders, based on the rides they've logged onto Strava, has been 19.8 kilometers an hour. That's about 12.3 miles an hour. And the average distance for each ride is about 34 kilometers. That's about 21.1 miles. So that means that the average amount of ride time that most women cyclists are out riding on any specific ride averages out at about an hour and a half to an hour and 3/4 for a ride, which is a decent ride to be able to do. Of the female cyclists surveyed in a Strava survey, the number that 94.1% of them claim to follow the Tour de France every year, while 52.4% follow the Giro and 39.6% follow the Vuelta Espana. So obviously, Chris Froome, doing really well in the Tour de France, has done a whole lot to be able to boost women's cycling in the UK. Then on to something much more triathlon specific. Defending Olympic champion Nicola Spirig continues to use Ironman 70.3 events to help get back into shape for Rio after a crash at the World Triathlon Series in Abu Dhabi this year and the subsequent surgery. This time it was the Ironman 70.3 in Italy. Not only did she win, but she won with a huge margin of 23 minutes and was fast enough to take 7th place overall. And what's more, there's an exciting new development in branded triathlon coming. But unfortunately, right at the moment, I'm not allowed to be giving you any more details except for the fact that it's super exciting, super new, and I'll be able to give you a whole lot more information on just that in next week's edition of the Week in Triathlon. So be sure to tune in again next week, Friday, for the more information on the super new, exciting development in the world of branded triathlons. Now onto the world of Ironman. Ironman has bought up a company called Spectrum Worldwide, and as a result, it will be the operator of the Singapore Marathon until 2015. As far as last weekend in the world of Ironman, there was a whole lot of activity going on. We started off with Saturday the 11th of June in Boulder, Colorado, was the Ironman 70.3 Boulder, and Ellie Salthouse of Australia won for the ladies, while Joe Gambles of Australia won for the men. Then on to Sunday the 12th, we start off with the Ironman 70.3 in Cairns, Australia. There was no pro race taking place over there. Meanwhile, the Ironman, full distance Ironman Asia Pacific Championship, also Cairns, Australia. The ladies' race won by Jodie Swallow of Great Britain, and Timothy van Berkel of Australia won for the men. Then on to the Ironman 70.3 Japan. Annabelle Luxford of Australia won for the women, while Mitchell Robbins of Australia won for the men. On to the Ironman 70.3 Italy. As I mentioned earlier, Nicola Spirig of Switzerland picked up the ladies' title, while Rudy Wild of Switzerland won for the men. Then there was an Ironman 70.3 Staffordshire, England. Lucy Gossage of Great Britain won for the ladies, while Matt Troutman of South Africa won for the men. Ironman 70.3 Victoria, Canada. Heather Wurtle of Canada won the ladies' race, while Taylor Reid of Canada won the men's. Then finally, as far as last weekend was concerned, there was the Ironman 70.3 Eagleman, which was in Maryland, USA. Carrie Lester of Australia won the ladies' race, while Cody Beals of Canada won the men's race. Then this coming weekend is still a jam-packed weekend of Ironman racing, and it's all 70.3 racing this weekend. Starting off on Saturday the 18th of June with the Ironman 70.3 Luxembourg. Then on to Sunday the 19th of June, it will be the Ironman 70.3 Durban, South Africa, followed by the Ironman 70.3 Syracuse, New York, USA, the Ironman 70.3 Busan, Korea, and the Ironman 70.3 Kronborg in Denmark. Then onto the world of the Challenge Family. There's no Challenge Family specific news available at the time of recording. On the general news front from Challenge Family, things have been remarkably quiet. However, there are some race results available from last weekend's racing. On the Sunday the 12th of June, there was both a half challenge and a full challenge that were raced in Billund Herning, and that is in Denmark. The half challenge event, the ladies' race, was won by Maria Stage-Nielsen of Denmark, while Andreas Dries of Germany won the men's race. Then, as far as the full distance challenge, Billund Herning, Mariam Weert of the Netherlands won the ladies' race, while Chris Fischer of Denmark won the men's race. This coming weekend is going to be the half challenge of Sparkassen, and that is in Germany. Then for the world of Xterra, at the time of recording, no Xterra news releases available as yet. Last weekend, however, there was an Xterra on the Saturday the 11th of June, and that was Xterra Belgium. We had Helena Urbanova of the Czech Republic picking up the ladies' title, while Chris Coddens of Belgium picked up the men's title. A look ahead to this coming weekend, and there are 0 Xterra World Tour events this coming weekend. And finally, onto the world of the ITU. Lausanne, Switzerland has won the right to host the ITU World Triathlon Series Grand Final for 2019. That effectively makes all world title events for the next 3 years confirmed and effectively in the calendar. As far as last weekend in the world of ITU was concerned, it was on Sunday the 12th of June was the World Triathlon Series in Leeds, UK. Gwen Jorgensen of the USA won the ladies' title, while Alistair Brownlee bounced back from a couple of dismal performances of late to pick up the men's title. This coming weekend, there are no top elite ITU events taking place this coming weekend. And that brings us to the end of this week's edition of the Week in Triathlon. Be sure to post any comments, questions, or criticisms you have in the comment section down below. Share this out amongst your friends, thumbs up if you like the content, and remember, down below is a subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button and stay subscribed to my channel for all the new content that comes up day to day, week to week. Remember, stay carved up for the win, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.
Whoa! Oh.